Good Saturday evening, everybody. How the heck you doing? I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, and she's got her own camera now, and you can't. I forgot to do the promo. I forgot to do the intro, so now we got to do it the old-fashioned way. Hold on now. Hold on. Goodbye. So now, Thing. Where is Thing? We got Thing, and not only do we have Thing, we got OG.
Who's going to stay?
OG.
Hello.
Oh, it's OG is staying.
Oh, I guess.
Stay, OG.
Okay, stay.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. But now with the magic of modern technology, bam, there she is.
Hi.
There she is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because we've got us a new toy in the studio. We've got another camera.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now I can just sit there and while she's talking about very important stuff,
Mm.
like, do you have anything like right now to say? And while you're talking, anything?
Actually, I do. You want to put me back on? No?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Because the other day, Skylar was talking about how, thank you, I'll just keep talking. How
I can just do this shit. Great.
He's having too much fun. But he was talking about how when he's singing, he actually feels high. And I wanted to share with him that when he's singing, he's increasing his endorphins. And endorphins, if you don't know, stands for endogenous morphines, which is your body's own painkiller. So you don't have to pay to get a high. You just kick in your endorphins and you get a high and you feel good and there's never a hangover and it's free. It's all the plus. It's a win-win-win. I like win-win-wins. So you asked me if I had anything to say.
I know, but I didn't think you'd answer. Which was silly on my part. And see, that's what happens when your admin is also a nurse. And
Reads a lot.
reads a lot.
Mhm.
And reads a lot. But anyways, welcome to another Saturday night. Beautiful Saturday. I was on earlier, man. It was such a freaking beautiful day here in Detroit, Michigan. Fall's, here, man. Fall's, it's coming. I'm not sure if it's officially here yet,
Actually,
but it was just a beautiful morning. It was in the low 50s this morning when I got up and started heading to the gym. And this afternoon, went home at lunchtime to grab the Harley. Man, I tell you what, as you bikers know, man, they love riding in that cooler weather. And just a beautiful day. Had a great day at work over at Wolverine. We honored some of the veterans, came in. That was really nice. And just like I said, just a gorgeous day. The sunshine and the cool breeze, the leaves coming down. It just had that sense of fall in the air, man. So it was a good day. And of course, like tonight, there's so much stuff going on. Usually we try to get people scheduled to come on with their stories, their testimonials and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we're in the process of redoing everything. When I say we, I do not mean me. I do not mean OG. I mean Matt Cronin, who is our producer editor,
Hey, Matt.
who is just phenomenal. And he's revamping. We are going to have our own My Fight Our War page, just a page. It's not going to be, the private group. It's going to be separate. So we can all jump on that with different stories, different comments and everything else. So it's going to be our own page. So we're going to have that. We also, because of Matt and his awesome work, he is revamping my Instagram page along with the YouTube channel, everything. TikTok, everything. Everything can be done. Matt Cronin is doing it. And it's going to take just a little bit. So we're hoping like within the next week or so, everything will be up and running. Him along with, he's got Haley, who is helping out as well. Thank you, Haley.
Haley Kozlowski, thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, my brother Ian Bick, thank you for all your help. And of course, we can't forget Dad, Michael Bick, and looking forward to seeing you. And the 1st of November, we will be heading back to New York.
Mhm.
And we are going to be extremely busy. Extremely busy. We are actually going to be there November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And we're going to be in the studio the second, third from, we got the studio from 6
Early
a.m.
to
to
late.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Bunch of shows.
Mhm.
I think my voice is going now after doing an hour or so-ish. So I can't wait. It is going to be so much fun. So big shout out, like I said, to Ian and and to his dad Michael, and to I'm sure we're going to be running into Coach Dave, AJ Galante, of course Matt Cronin, and a few other possibilities that you just never know who might just show up. I'll just leave it at that. So again, really looking forward to that. So in the meantime, we've got things being revamped as far as having people come on, and so it's going to be during. We're going to have people coming on with the new format and stuff like that. So that's why we're not doing the shows right now, the testimonials right now. But trust me, they're coming. So please continue to get a hold of myself, or mainly OG, with your, obviously your name, your email, and your story. And what we do is we go over it, and we'll get back to you, and chit chat, and get you on the show, and hear your story. And if that's something that you want to do, is come on and share. I've said all along, for the people who come on and share these stories, our story. I remember when I did it, when I first started my Fight Our War. Man, I tell you what, seeing the people that come on and watching them on other shows, I was like, man, you talk about some brave people, man. I mean, here we are talking to basically, this is social media. I mean, it's around the world, man. And you're talking about such
Personal.
a lot of times personal and very painful stories. These are life stories.
Pouring their hearts out.
What's that?
Pouring their hearts out.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, because I know when I did it, I felt like it was a very safe surrounding. The people at my Fight Our War, our family, it was a very soothing, very comforting, very warm, very loving atmosphere, and which made it that much more better. So once the new format's up and running, we will be doing that, and it's actually going to be at a higher level. So please continue to give us your stories, give us your names, and if you have people, family, friends that that want to do it, the more the better. The more people's stories that we can get out there, the better it's going to be, because you just never know who you're going to help.
It's just your name, contact information, and for example, used to use meth, or was in jail, or alcoholic, or whatever, used to shoot up. Just a little snippet so that we get back with you and, talk about what you want to do.
Yeah, we get a little bit of a background. It's not, you don't have to throw everything out there, just so we know which direction, because we're going to be dropped into different categories. And another thing that today is basically, since we don't have the guests going on and all that, is basically Silly Shit Saturday, which lately it's been Silly Shit Sunday, Silly Shit Tuesday.
Enjoy every day.
You know what? And it's just having fun right now. Instead of trying to weasel things into the little tricks and crannies and crevices just to try to put on a show, hell no. We're going to do it the right way. And if that means waiting a week or two, that's fine. That's fine. So in the meantime, I'm sure as heck not going to do nothing. And that's why, just sharing a few laughs, sharing some stories. And again, if you have someone that's celebrating anything, whether it's a sobriety date, whether it's a birthday, whether it's, anything, that you want to celebrate, or someone, that has something special going on that you would like to acknowledge, by all means, let's talk about it. Let's share some stories. And another thing is the people in our lives that have been there through thick and thin, the ones who are families, our friends, coworkers, strangers, counselors, whatever it is, that have made such an impact in your life. Show them some love. Show them some love, and let's chat about them a little bit, because we all have, to whatever degree it is, we've got them. So let's share that as well. So
well, let me share something. October 26th, which is a Saturday, there's a bunch of us that used to work at Detroit Receiving Hospital. There's about 9 of us going to show up, going to Royal Oak for lunch, and just kind of get together. And we haven't seen each other, a number of us, for years, and it's just lovely to get together again, just to appreciate the people that you used to work with and adore. It's good.
Yeah, just reunions. A lot of times you hear people say the only times that we see family and friends, funerals and weddings.
Mhm.
Well,
Gotta be better times.
wedding funeral kind of goes hand in hand.
Oh.
Just messing with you, just like a buddy of mine used to say, people would say, to me and Jay, how come you guys aren't married? We're like, marriage is for married people. And me
Mm.
and Jay would just be sitting there,
You'd rather be at the
kind of like
bar.
that blank check or that check look that,
Yeah.
man, it's like when you get a really big check and your bank holds it. No,
No.
I've never had that ever in my life. But so in the meantime, just shoot out some names, man,
Mhm.
or your sobriety day,
Mhm.
anything at all. Just like the other day, we were down just working out and talking to some people, and just like tonight, from what I hear, tonight is supposed to be a good night for the Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
can't
hope
remember what
so.
area or anything like that that's better than the other, but stuff like that. And I was out. Was it? Can't remember when it was. I was down there for the sunrise, and can't remember what day it was. And I just said, going down, and I just started to video it. And it's like, well, screw this. So I went live to share it with the family.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mhm.
Why not? So that's like today. If you've got some, shoot it out. And there's like right now nothing. I was messing around again when I was having issues with the mic.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're getting. Do you see any comments or anything?
No, but I do see some eyeballs.
You see high pulse.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
somebody's on board.
see, actually, someone that I have a lot of respect for, Val Berry, and she is, just an awesome individual on 97.1. She does traffic and all that, personality, and she's just a beautiful person, man. Val, I remember seeing one of her posts, and she had her last gear on. She represented true Detroiter.
Good.
So I said, well, screw that, man. If Val's doing it, I'm doing it. And I said, we become part of Val's army.
That's right.
And sure as shit, we won. And so, Val, I'm looking forward to some more pictures. And I'm going to be following your lead because it's Val's army.
There you go.
And you know what? We all got to do that. When you see that post, let's all sport our gear,
Mhm.
put our line, and with our Tigers as well. Got to show our boys some love. So, Val, thank you so much. And definitely looking forward to chatting with you sometime. I get all the experience I can get, man, with her experience on 97.1 and all that good stuff. I
97.
love you, Val. 97.1. Actually,
There she is. Oh, there she is.
and Val, I have been listening to 97.1 back in the day before I turned to sports. And here we go back right into the funny stories.
Yeah.
There used to be talk radio, and the midday show was Dominski and Doyle. Jeff Dominski, Bill Doyle. And the producer, they called him Beaver, and it was Bill Tortorella.
Okay.
Tortorella.
Mm.
And of course, they had Rudy, who was the phone screener, and he was in a band called Mind Candy. And I met all of them, and I just loved listening. I just loved listening to their program. It was fun. It was entertaining. And Beaver was talking about working out, and he said that a listener was giving him all this information about working out, and he should do this, this, and this. And I'm driving in my truck, and I'm listening. And whoever this so-called trainer was, no, I mean, it was terrible, terrible information. And so I sent, I just sent a text to Beaver, and I said, you don't know me. I said, I'm a listener. And I said, I'm also, a trainer, and I've been training for, at that time, like 20 years. I heard your advice that you were given, and please don't do that. Don't do what he said, because you're going to get hurt. And I said, I'm a trainer and all that. And he contacted me again about training him. We met at the gym and just became friends. And next thing you know, I said, I'm Greenfield or Evergreen. I don't know if it's still there, the studio. And next thing you know, I met Dominski and Doyle and Rudy and everybody.
Oh,
and
great.
we just had a riot. And Dominski looked just like Steve Buscemi.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
walk in and he goes, I know.
I know.
And just a great guy. And I ended up actually his ex-wife. I ended up training her. She wanted to work out. Rudy was in a band, Mind Candy, and I actually did a little security for him and his band. So, I mean, it's just, now here's Val.
Mhm.
And, you know, it's just a small world. And, you know, I've definitely reached out to Val to try to talk, you know, as far as pointers and advice and stuff like that. So I can use all the help I can get,
Oh, and you're always learning. You're learning lots.
like a sponge,
Yeah.
just like a sponge. But no, I was going somewhere with this. Blender Brain himself here. We were talking about, well, first of all, Beaver. Yes, I said we're talking about Beaver. Beaver got his name. Let's just clarify
Okay.
that by when they first came to Detroit. Those of you Detroiters know on I-75,
Mhm.
there is an exit 69,
Mhm.
which is Big Beaver exit.
Mhm.
Just gets better.
Mhm.
And when they first came to Detroit, they dressed up Bill in a beaver costume,
Oh, no.
stood on the freeway. Lo and behold, Beaver was born. Anyways, so yeah, so that's how he became Beaver. And a lot of people don't know that Rudy, he could be a little disgusting dude at times. He was a little guy,
Okay.
played in a band, and they would always, Lewinsky and Doyle would always just, especially Doyle, he's like, dude, man, you know, he sits there and just picks his nose.
Uh-oh.
So they actually, you know, now you're on the radio, man, anything's fair game. So he was talking about rap, and they were all talking about rap and different rappers' names, and they're like, you know, what would Rudy's rap name be? So they're going back and forth, and I had a number right to those guys, and plus they had their cells, but I had it right to the studio. So I nicknamed Rudy Sir Diggs-a-Lot,
Oh,
as he had that finger up that nose, boy.
God.
But I really miss those guys, and it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of great times. Went to a lot of their events when they were doing promos and stuff and remotes at you know, for St. Patrick's Day and stuff. So a lot of good memories. But let's do a little recap before we get into some serious stuff, which is, of course, silly dad jokes.
Bad jokes.
But I want to give a huge shout out to my brother Skylar Ray. Those of you who know myself and Skylar, we co-host a show together called Music and Mayhem. And Skylar and his fiance Kayla just finished a 82 date tour, and all over the place, everywhere, all throughout the United States. And they are going to be heading to Houston, Texas, October the 9th. And he just released another song, Head Above Water. And I tell you what, you talk about a great combination with him and Kayla. Skylar's a rapper, and Kayla, it was professionally taught and through
Classically trained in opera.
classically trained in opera. Her voice is incredible.
Beautiful.
And when I started hearing her listening to their music, it was just, I told Skylar, I go, it's just like a fight, you know, with a 1-2 punch, man, coming at you. And just, you know, incredible. And that's how I met Skylar. I had him on as a guest. And I have been so blessed and fortunate with the people that I have met during this journey ever since I started My Fight or War. And it's been amazing, just amazing.
Nice people.
Just such good people, you know. And of course, in everywhere in life, you're gonna meet not so nice people.
What makes the nice people look seem so much nicer?
Yeah, and there's haters everywhere. And the one good thing, I mean, you know, my blessings I talk about all the time, because they, you know, so many people want to jump on and talk about negative shit all the time. Like, I don't know why they're bragging about the bad times. Screw that.
It's good time.
I love to talk about people who have been there, you know, for myself, for people I love, to show that there's great people out there.
Yes.
And as I've said before, when I did my first couple shows, I was fortunate to have Brad McLeod at Sober School and Dan and Don from Hard Knocks. And after doing the show, they both had very, very, very nice things to say.
Interesting.
And you know what? I'm going to bypass everything that I was just talking about with those guys.
Let's acknowledge
Because this is something I really wanted to jump in on for our family member, Tricia Gibson.
Yeah.
Tricia, we love you. And I just want to say congratulations
Yes.
on 1 year sobriety. And I know we chit chatted a little bit. Well, you and OG did.
Mhm.
And we said that this was going to be Trisha's day.
That's
And
right.
I was waiting. I was waiting.
were
to
hoping
see
you're
if
gonna
we
come
were
on,
gonna
yeah.
Before I said anything.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad you're here. And I just want to make sure that it is correct, that it is the 1 year today.
Uh-huh.
Because I know there was some back and forth as far as
The date.
whatever the circumstances were.
Mhm.
So Tricia, is that right? Is it 1 year today?
Right. And meth no longer rules her life.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
And so was that correct, Trish? It was 1 year, I think.
today. Yep.
So you know what, Tricia? Congratulations, man. I'm so happy and proud of you.
Stay strong, sister.
Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for letting us be part of your celebration.
Mhm.
And I know that you said that you wanted to someday share your story, and we're here for you. I look forward to talking to you. So 1 year, 10-5.
Woo.
Fantastic. You know what? God bless you, man. That is so awesome. And not only that, but Tricia is in the medical field. I'm not exactly sure what your title is, position is, but there she is. She's in the medical field helping
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
So again, Tricia, congratulations to you, and not only you, but to your family, because I'm sure that they're just as proud of you as we
Oh,
are.
yeah.
But I'm so glad that you popped on, because we have it all written down right here.
Uh-huh.
It's right here. That was like, it's because we said Trisha's day. Trisha's day.
She's a registered sleep technician. Well, that's interesting.
Well, then you get to
Watch people sleep.
well, not only that,
Checking
but I
them.
remember
Narcolepsy.
I had some
CPAP.
friends who've had that, man.
Yeah.
And you talk about getting wired up. They've got the leads that you're just covered. Your head's covered. Which, how these people can do that sleep study is beyond me, because you're laying there in an unfamiliar place,
Mhm.
and you've got these wires all hooked all over. So,
Sweet dreams.
don't worry about all the people watching you while you're sleeping. I'd be laying, I can just see it now. They'd be like, wake his ass up, get him out of here.
You'd
I'd be
sleep.
laying there
You'd sleep.
snoring,
You'd
drooling and stuff. Yeah, I'd be waking up every time. I gotta go to the bathroom. But Tricia, thank you for what you do in the medical field and helping people. And again, congratulations on 1 year. And I look forward to every milestone and celebrating with you.
And many, many years ahead of you.
Yes. And again, just love you, man. And that's what this family's about.
Uh-huh.
And celebrating, and just like that. And we didn't forget, and we were not going to forget either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So just jumping around again, since we're jumping all over, and the hellos and how are yous and all that. We also, Mary Jane.
Yeah. Oh,
who
yeah.
is a
Yeah.
family member, actually.
Yeah. She works with me.
She works with OG,
Mhm.
and she watches us quite a bit, and had a lot of nice things to say
Mhm.
about the things what we do and the good things we do, the people that all of us are doing.
Because she has people in her family, and actually one, and I since I didn't ask her if I could share, but there is somebody in her family who's been in therapy and relapsed, came back out, relapsed again, and they're really, really concerned about him. But
Well, and that's why we're here. That's
Yeah.
why all the other organizations are
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
We never give up,
Yeah.
never give up. And, but anyways, Mary Jane was very sweet and gave a donation to our family. So
big donation.
thank you so
Woo!
much, because that is definitely going to help in our adventures here. Because
Mhm.
as I said, between all the stuff going on now with the studio, the
Mhm.
stuff going on with traveling with our new producer, our new editor, the new stuff going on with Coach Dave, AJ Galante, of course, Ian Vick, flying out there the
Mhm.
1st of November.
Mhm.
It really helps. So Mary Jane, thank you so
Yeah, that was
much.
very kind of her.
And it's very, very nice.
Because
And
Manny never asks for anything, so she just did out of good of her heart, because she's been watching us and says, you guys do so many good things, and here you go. And I went, oh no, and she goes, you will take it. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
and
Yes,
that-
ma'am.
yeah, and that's just it.
Yeah,
And that's
sweet.
just a reflection on all of us here at My Fighter World.
Mhm.
That's a reflection
Mhm.
of all of, and not just us. I've said many times that all of our recovery, and again, I always say family,
Mhm.
And other people that have platforms can call theirs whatever they want. It's theirs. But we are a huge family. We just have, it's like different names, and it's just, you're like that. We're in-laws and we're
And
like
outlaws?
distant cousins and stuff, outlaws.
Mhm.
So it's, but all of the organizations that are there, and that's just the great thing with social media. Because I've had people say, "Well, it's social media," Well, yeah, and the good thing is we're here 24/7.
Mhm.
When I say we, I don't mean just us. Somebody, if you have an issue, you can go to social media any time of the day. or night.
Somebody's there.
Someone's going to be there.
I mean, we have people from Ireland, we have people from the Philippines, we have people from, and I'm trying to think,
Oh my God.
was it Ghana in
Netherlands,
Africa?
Africa,
So-
South Africa. When I first started my fight or war, like I said, it was just me. And I remember the first probably 3 months, I slept maybe 2 hours a night, if that, because my phone was going off because of different time zones. And I was telling people, reach out. They reached out. But I tell you what,
You
I
asked for it.
wouldn't change it for the world. This journey is just really every time it's never ending, and the thing is, if it starts to plateau, then I'm pissed. It should always, just like goals and stuff that we set in our life, my fight or war is the same thing. And now with the amazing opportunities that we have been blessed with, the sky's the limit.
Mhm.
And when it comes down to it, that's our life, man. I've said many times too, the only limits that we have are the limits that we put upon ourselves.
Mhm.
I mean, you sit there. We hear people at the gym all the time. We hear people just hanging out that they just. I did a video one time, and it was our own words could set us up for victory or set us up for failure.
True.
I mean, how many times have you heard people, at work, you come in and maybe they come in a little bit late. They're like, oh, the alarm went off late or didn't go off. I didn't have coffee. I ran out of gas. I did this. It was a shitty day. And then, it sucks out. The weather stinks. I mean, all this negativity. And it's just like, it's just going to get worse. I shouldn't even got out of bed this morning.
You said, yeah, right.
It's
Go
like,
back to bed. Get out of my face.
And the thing is, believe me, that's me, or that was me. I mean, that's
Not anymore.
But now, with a lot of help, a lot of work, I listen to so many different people, motivational speakers. I love our priest. That we got a new priest now. Unfortunately, I lost our priest at Our Lady of Hope. Besides being our priest, he was my friend, Father Jim. God bless him. We both shared the same birthday, October 30th, Devil's Night of all nights. And Father Jim was extremely close with me and me with him. We would go to Apple Annie's here in Michigan, and we'd have lunch and just sit for hours and talk. And it was so funny because especially in the summer, here I come pulling up on my Harley with my leather vest on, all tatted up. And I meet Father Jim in the parking lot, gets out, here's this priest with it. And I come walking in with them. They're like, Father Jim, are you okay? Do you feel threatened? And so, yeah, I mean, Father Jim, along with all these other people that are here to help us, are just someone who's definitely going to be missed. And, but you know what? People are put into our lives for a reason.
Mhm.
All of you, Trisha, Karen, and speaking of people put in our lives, I just looked up and there's Karen, aka
Mhm.
Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what that means. If Karen's here,
That means
Phyllis is in the house.
yay, Phyllis.
So that being said, Phyllis, how you doing? I hope you're all doing well over there at the Trouble household. You know what? I just gotta say this. This comfortable chair is because of Karen and her mom.
Mhm.
Were nice enough, and they saw me fidgeting around after my second back surgery.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Is your back bothering you?" I was like, "Well, yeah, it's a little tough. It's okay." Well, next thing you know, this beautiful leather chair with the lumbar support, and Karen, Phyllis, thank you guys so much. Thank you. And,
Like the king's in his throne now.
oh, I tell you what, I'm just sitting here, just like, Like
Yep.
this, oh yeah, it is so comfortable. So I hope Phyllis is watching. Thank you so much, Phyllis. And it was great seeing you that time that you.
Oh, Mary Jane just come on. Mary, we're talking about you.
I don't see her on mine, but
Yeah,
Mary Jane, thank you so much.
The generous donation.
Yes, that was very kind of you. Like I said, our family, man.
Mm-hmm. Just the best.
It is. You sit there and you turn on. I don't turn on the news anymore. There's so much negativity going on,
Yeah.
and it's so refreshing when you see Tricia, you see Karen, you see Mary Jane,
Yeah.
you see all the wonderful people in our family, and I was talking when we were just speaking of people, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler's on.
Tyler,
Hi,
and
Tyler.
we were just talking about amazing people, and there's one of them that we got to meet through social media. And, it's just so refreshing because I remember we were having a discussion about the whole stars thing, and all that. And to me, seeing your guys' names, seeing the comments, seeing all the things that we do for other people, that's my stars.
Mhm.
That you guys are my stars. You guys are our stars.
Truly.
So, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The only thing I do ask, though, and it's something I should have been doing all along,
yes.
is I've been neglecting my our YouTube channel. So please go to Manny Vitale, My Fight Our War, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Mhm. Doesn't cost a dime.
It doesn't
Just
cost you anything.
subscribe.
Just hit that button, and it's something that's been around now for 4 to 6 months, and
It never asks.
I never asked.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you've reached a point where you can get this stuff and you can do it. Just please, if anything, just go to YouTube, Manny Vitale, My Fight or War, and please subscribe. Please tell your family, friends to subscribe. That would mean a lot. I'd really appreciate it.
Mhm.
And we could all just have a little YouTube party.
Yeah. Does this go directly to YouTube anyway, right?
We've
Yeah.
got it set up right now where it's going to YouTube as well.
Perfect.
Had to get a coffee.
Oh, okay. Tricia had to get coffee. Well, she just finished working.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, Tricia, you just kick back and relax.
Mhm.
If Tricia, if you or your Trouble or Mary Jane, if you got anybody that you want to give a shout out to,
Mhm.
today is basically open mic.
Yeah.
Today. Tonight is your night. And I've said that all along too, is our family, you guys are basically co-hosts of the show.
Mhm.
If there's something you want to discuss, if there's somebody that's helped you along the way and hopefully they're watching, mention them, let them know, what, hey, thank you.
Or you can mention their name and then tell them to watch, and so they can see their name
because
or
it's
hear their
gonna be
name. Yeah.
recorded, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're so quick to jump on people for negative stuff.
Mhm.
It's so easy to be pissed these days. It's just like if you get bad service at a restaurant, it's like you're all over the waiter, you're all over the cook, you're all over the owner, you're all over the manager. But because there's a buddy of mine used to complain all the time, no matter what. And I remember we were somewhere one time and everything was fantastic. And I was just in one of my moods. I'm like, well, you gonna tell the hostess? You gonna tell the waitress? You gonna tell the manager? What a wonderful time you had? What's their freaking job? I'm like, yes, it is.
Mhm.
But it's okay to acknowledge people. Just let them know you appreciate them. Let them, give them the credit that they're due for crying out loud. What do you got for Tyler?
I'm writing Tyler. He says his legs are going to be hating him tomorrow.
Good man. Good man. And for those of you probably wondering why, you know what? We're going to let you wonder. What the hell's this Tyler guy doing? No, Tyler is an incredible individual who he was on our show once and will be coming out again. Tyler jumped into the wonderful world of the MMA. And
Brazilian.
So he's into MMA now, and he has been training like a madman, doing just incredible stuff. And so happy for you, Tyler, man,
Mhm.
and really happy for you. And you know what? They should be hurting your legs, your arm, everything, because it's such a wonderful feeling, man. I remember when I first started training 35 years ago. I remember the first, and I mean, really started training. I remember the first week to 2 weeks, I'd go to put my arm like on the seat, and it was like I could barely straighten my arm. It was just like this. I was like, oh my God. It was such a good pain that it was like, oh, because you know what? Just like you, Tyler, just like when I was training people, I would have people that would come in, and a lot of them, I didn't say a lot, but you get some that would quit after a week or two. It's like, oh, it's working out and it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Well, it's called working out. It's not called Club Med. It's not called sleep time. It's work. And you're lifting weights a little bit beyond their capability. You actually want to be tearing muscle tissue to rebuild it.
Exactly.
To do that, you have to push yourself. And I enjoy pushing people. And I would never expect someone to do something that I couldn't do. So I really would push my clients. And in the very first week, they loved me. They were like, oh my God, you get like you said, the endorphins going. And right off the bat, you start working out. And like a lot of the guys, you get that pump and you're feeling good. Well, then I'd start to increase their programs. And it went from love to hate. And a lot of them, I would tell them, please don't quit on me. Give me a month. Give me a month. And I tell you, the seeing the change in people, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you name it, just the change, it was just incredible. And they'd be thanking me. Thank you, man. And I said, you know what? I showed you technique. I showed you proper form and exercise, but you did it. I didn't lift that weight for you. You had to pick it up. You had to do the exercise. You had to be here at 5 o'clock in the morning. You busted your ass. You did it. And they'd sit there for a second and you would just see that, fuck yeah, I did. I did it. And that self-awareness, that pride, you could just see it. And it's just a great thing, man.
Well, I warned Mary Jane, because I work with Mary Jane. And I said, on Thursdays, Thursday's my leg day. So when I come dragging in, that's why. Because leg day is a big day. For anybody who works out, they know if you do a good leg day.
Oh, man, you try to sit down.
Crawling out of the gym. I try to stand up off the top.
Oh, man. With all my injuries, with my hip replacement, knee replacement, all my surgeries, I'm not a big leg fan. I mean, I actually never was, but yeah, it's funny, man. You get legs going, and people just like Tyler, that pain, but it's the pain, it's success. It's success. Yeah, I'm feeling that now.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
It'll get easier every day. It's going to get easier.
You know what? And it does. You start to push yourself, and a lot of people, you see the physical change in their bodies. When you're lifting weights, you're working out. But the big thing that I noticed as I was training people over the years is the mental aspect of it. I get these people coming in here, and a lot of the guys, of course, they notice their physique and all that, and women too. I mean, they're changed. They see the physical changes. But the biggest thing that I noticed was you could see the confidence. You could see, like I said, the pride. And that's what I really got a kick out of. It's just like that. That was nice. I really enjoyed seeing that.
That reminds me, because when you're talking to Coach Dave, because he coaches a lot of kids in boxing, and some kids are bullied. And you don't teaching them boxing so they can beat up on somebody, but you teach them for that self-confidence. And you can see their whole demeanor change. Yeah. Same thing with lifting weights or any kind of good physical activity.
Yeah, and that's another one of our contacts, Coach Dave. I hope you saw that. And again, it was a negative that was turned into a positive. Exactly. We flew to New York to meet up with Ian Bick to discuss logistics about the show we're going to be doing and the details about that. We were supposed to schedule to go on a show that day. And things changed, things happened. And next thing you know, we ended up meeting Coach Dave, who, along with his partner, or along with owner AJ Galante, have this amazing gym, and I believe it's in New York.
I'm not sure.
New York, Connecticut, but we're going to be going there shortly because we're going to be doing.
So figure out where it is.
We're going to be doing work with them, and but Coach, it just the the outlets and the things that we have, are just, they're there. All we got to do is take that first step and look for it.
Mhm.
And coach, they're teaching, like you said, they're in the gym, they're old school boxing.
Yeah.
And, it's just showing, these kids technique. It's showing them, and he was very adamant, we're not showing you this so you could go and kick ass. You might can, you just get a little
But
badass.
that's in the back of the head, yeah.
But no, that confidence just
Yeah.
builds. And the coach is doing a wonderful thing with these kids because they have kids, teens, adults, up to amateurs, professionals. And not only
And
that,
Parkinson's.
he's got a group that are dealing with Parkinson's disease, and they're working with them.
Mhm.
And there's actually a couple other things that he has in the works. So a big shout out to Coach's Corner and Coach Dave for what he's doing over there, and AJ Galante. Those of you, if that name sounds familiar, there was a series on Netflix. I think it was called Crimes and Penalties,
Yes.
talking about AJ and his dad and stuff like that. And so me and AJ are back. We're trying to connect here as well. So that's another thing that's going on. So,
Mhm.
the things that happen in our lives, I know we have said so much, when you're dealing with addiction. And of course it's negative, it's hurtful, and depending on, there's sometimes relationships, families that bridges get burned, it can't be
Mhm.
rebuilt and stuff like that. And sometimes people think it's hopeless. We're all living proof. This is not hopeless.
Mhm.
The pride that's inside of us all, the unconditional love that's inside all of us, and we share it. And it's just an amazing family to be part of. And I've said many times that I am so proud to be part of this elite family. And I mean that. See, Mary Jane has something up there. I just love what you have given us. You give us somewhere to turn to when we have
Nowhere to go.
Thank you. I always said people don't know God, and it just moved on me.
And they're giving you a place to go.
They're giving you a place to go, and
This
that
is
is
a place
so
to
true.
go. This is a very
And,
safe place to be.
and he gives us each other. He puts people into our lives, and a lot of this stuff we hear, and just like when the stuff that's happening to me personally, that's the only thing I really can talk on
Mhm.
is my personal experiences. As far as with this podcast, with doing shows. I mean, I was talking with my mom last night about the things that were going on, that are going on, and my vision of what I wanted. I've known for the last 6 months, 7 months now since we got rolling that this is what I want.
Mhm.
I mean, this passion to doing this type of work is just, it means the world to me. And, if it sounds so cliche, as I've said, if you would have told me 6 years ago that you'd be doing this, I'd say, screw you, you're drunk.
It's-
Because
You were
6
so
years
young.
ago, my life was in shambles, man. And you think that there's no way out. You think that this is it.
Mhm.
That's addiction talking. The thing is too, man, you have to believe in yourself and all that. And again, that falls into the part where, well, of course you say that now because you're at that point in your life where everything's wonderful. Well,
We had to get
everything's
there.
not wonderful.
Mhm.
That's hard work that we deal with every day. What I'm doing here, I've had people say, that thought that I've done this for a long time. And that I take that as a very high compliment.
It hasn't.
I just started doing this 6 months ago and just thoroughly enjoy it. And I've been very blessed to work with people who have been doing this for years, who I watch and I listen and I learn. And, it's just a great feeling. And to actually be recognized as someone, to be involved with people at such levels, I do not take that lightly at all. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit there and not give 100%. So
Karen wants us to acknowledge and say, I'll just read it. Karen,
Sure.
You guys should give a shout out to all the people that are going through major issues from Hurricane Helena, as she has 2 of her sons live there and she still doesn't even know if they're okay. So we send them love. And oh my goodness.
Karen, I'm so sorry
See
about
those
that for your
pictures, it's
kids.
incredible.
It is Mother Nature don't play.
Ooh,
And for the pictures that we have seen,
the
the
water.
devastation
Oh my God.
is just is amazing at just the strength and the intensity of those storms. So, our thoughts and prayers are with your sons and all the people, not only in Florida, but all around who are being hit with, not only with this hurricane, but all this stuff all around the world, the weather, the wars, everything that's going on. We're this little tiny speck, in life when it comes to, you look around at all the things that are happening around the world, and it's easy to kind of just miss it because we're caught up in our own stuff. And the thing is, and that's okay though, because our own stuff, we're taking care of us is the main priority. We need to take care of us. If we don't take care of us, no one's gonna.
Right.
But at the same time, yes, we need to be aware, definitely sending positive love, thoughts, and prayers to all those who are affected by, the hurricane. Does it natural disasters, man-made disasters, whatever it may be, definitely sending lots of love to all of you guys and to all of us.
But it's scary that she doesn't know where they're at.
That's pretty, that is scary, especially after this amount of time. So Karen,
let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Message us at some point in time when you got them.
And the thing is too, man, when it comes to social media, there's people that have connections from here all the way to Florida.
Yeah.
So if there's some people, Karen, that you see that are in our social group that have connections from here to there, reach out. Reach out. Or if people that have people, family and friends in Florida that might be able to give some advice or some information. I mean, anything
feels
better
so
than
hopeless.
and I mean, it's just terrible when you see these areas that have just been devastated, where entire neighborhoods are just gone.
Gone, just underwater, gone.
Yeah, underwater, just gone. And it's just, I mean,
those highways,
that,
and when the highways break loose and you've got those craters.
I mean, God bless them, man. So Karen, again, thoughts and prayers, man, to your sons and to all the sons, daughters, and families and everyone there.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyler, man, I can remember when I first told you I wanted to get MMA or boxing, you said you feel sorry for the first guy fight. Yeah. And you know what? I meant it, because I see the drive. I see the fight in you, Tyler. I mean, you prove it every day with your sobriety. You prove it every day with, standing up and helping others. I mean, you're fighting every single day. Maybe not in the ring, but in life. And you're doing such an amazing job at it. So, and I'm very proud to, know that we had you on the show, and definitely looking forward to having you on again, for updates. And as I said, I feel sorry for that poor sucker that you get in there with first, because I know that adrenaline's going to be pumping.
Yeah, let us know when your first fight's coming up, so we can, and you send you good thoughts too.
Yeah. So, Karen, yes, it's.
She has two grandchildren. She's two grandchildren. They're 2 and 6, and her sons and their wives, because Aiken was hit hard. So Aiken, I guess, is a city that you're talking about. Yeah, well, it's so much area, so much devastation. Hurricanes are no joke. For us, nice to be in Michigan.
Yeah,
we don't have hurricanes.
Again, I mean, we don't have hurricanes. We have tornadoes. I mean, it's like but what is just. We were talking about this too, about some of these areas and homes and stuff that these people go and, they buy homes like right on the ocean. And I mean, I'm not saying that to it, but,
nice.
But I mean, that this is a area where hurricanes aren't going to happen. It's not if, it's when.
Yeah.
And that thought alone would just scare the shit out of me. Yeah. But, I mean, no matter where you go. I mean, there you got the hurricanes. Here you got tornadoes. San Fran, you got the earthquakes. You've got this and that, and
But I had some nurse friends that had moved down to Florida. They experienced their first hurricane, turned around and came right back. They said, "We're not living there anymore."
Oh
they
man,
came back. And, too scary.
But you know what? It's just like anything in life, though. I mean, you can't.
Those can deal. Some can deal.
You can't hide from it.
And some of the buildings, I guess, are like hurricane proof now.
Well,
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, I mean, up to a point. But
Mother Nature still wins. Wow. FEMA stating no funds for some of these places, which is horrible. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
well, Karen, like I said, we are definitely thinking about your kids, man. And
Oof.
as far as everybody there, I mean, I can't even imagine, especially,
Not knowing.
yeah, that's it, especially the not knowing. But yeah, it's definitely thoughts and prayers for you. Always, always.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, what else we got going on here? I did say, okay, Skylar again, with his tour and all that, big thanks to Skylar and Trouble. I hope you and Phyllis saw that because I did talk to Skylar about you and your mom and what was going on and stuff like that. So Skylar, sent your mom and you a big hello. That where were you at? Wednesday, Tuesday,
Yeah, Wednesday. We're supposed to
Thursday?
be Wednesday.
No, because it was supposed to be Wednesday. Whatever it was.
Couple days
It was
ago.
a different day. Yeah.
Wasn't today.
It wasn't today. I swear these days are just.
Woo! Going fast.
It's, it's those things that it's blender brain, man. And but anyways, you know what we need.
Uh-oh.
You know what we need.
Couple dad jokes.
We need a little laugh.
He's got a couple
We
pages
got
of them.
some Tyler. I know that you're good at this. Karen, Trisha, anybody, Bueller, bad dad jokes. Anybody, chime in. Why was the pitcher sent to jail?
I don't know. Why was the picture sent to jail?
Because it was framed.
Okay.
You got to.
Yeah.
So I was sitting here before we came on, and all I heard, it sounded like Jinx the cat. I was like,
Some of these are actually pretty funny.
well, that's why they're called jokes. You know what? She's like, you know what, man? Some of these jokes are funny.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
they're
trying
called
to find
jokes.
some of them because they were good. I wrote it down for you. Okay. You need some fighting jokes, yeah.
Yeah, well, come on now, you were laughing your ass off a few minutes ago.
I'm trying to look for some of these things.
All right. Well,
Why is it bad to iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you should never press your luck.
I was supposed to jump in there and ask, why is
Well, that's
it
okay.
okay?
Yeah, okay. But,
All right, let's see.
oh, I know. What do you call an old snowman?
What do you call an old snowman?
Water. I don't know. I just.
Now it's not camera, so you get to see what I see. You'll be able to see the snorting. Yeah, and she's not done.
No, stop.
So no, it'll keep rolling here. It just keeps going. Okay,
Back up.
sit. Here we go. Now,
Tell a joke. You don't need to just look at me laughing.
oh, let's see. No, tell another one. Tell
I
another
gotta find it.
one. Oh yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Um, how do you make holy water?
I don't know. How do you make holy water?
You boil the hell out of it. Oh, wait, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler's got one.
Yep, go ahead, get him.
What kind of car do sheep drive? I don't know.
What kind of car do sheep drive? The suspense. The
Mhm.
suspense. Come on, Tyler.
Now he's got to type it.
Now
Oh
you
my
gotta type
God.
it in.
There you
So, a
The what?
Lamborghini. Okay.
Okay.
We gotta get one of the little
Yeah.
categories. Well, one
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Tyler.
Mhm.
And you know what? I told you it was open mic. It was Silly Saturday, and stuff like this. We just throw it open mic, just to have a little fun, man. There's with everything going on in the world between wars and
Mhm.
politics and
Good to laugh.
and all this stuff. It's okay to laugh, man, and it's you don't have to feel bad about it. Let's have a good time. Let's make the most out of every second we have. So keep them coming, Tyler, and Karen. I know you had some. What else you got?
So here's just a line. I told a joke about chemistry, but it didn't get a reaction.
See, you were.
That's the science. Yeah, that's the
that's
science.
why
I don't
you
like
thought
science.
that
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
What washes up on really small beaches? See? Look,
That was one of them.
what?
What watches of one? Go ahead. There.
It's not like you're on camera.
I Oh, this is terrible. Microwaves.
Microwaves wash up on really small.
Well,
I was sitting there getting ready for the show, and all I hear is this.
I don't-
She's in here
it
by
tickles
herself,
me.
and they're jokes. They're supposed to tickle you.
Okay. I'm gonna start crying and blowing my nose again.
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be some snorting going.
Yeah.
Wait to-
So here, the car seems nice, but the muffler looks exhausted.
She doesn't need the rest of us. She'll tell the jokes, and she'll start laughing, and then she'll like, you gotta do that.
Ay,
Oh.
ay,
How do you talk to giants?
ay.
We'll try it again. How do you talk to giants?
How do you talk to giants?
What?
How do you talk to giants? They're waiting for the answer.
Okay. You use really big words.
I must be tired. Oh,
Keep going.
they tickle me.
Can't tell. Oh, wait.
What?
Tyler.
Well, where do chickens go on vacation?
She's still laughing at the whole damn joke.
I don't know, Tyler, where do chickens go on vacation?
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, shit.
I'm wonderful. My endorphins are rolling over. I'm starting to cry though.
Wait, where choose?
Okay.
Okay.
Somewhere cheap.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, you-
Yeah,
Come on, man. We gotta have someone else chime in
You
here.
got the feeling of it.
Some-
That's good. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh. While we're going back and forth on this silly stuff,
Oh,
if anyone does have anything that you want to chime in, and like I said, talk about, maybe just a quick shout out to a family member, a friend, a hi. You don't have to be a celebration. If you've got someone, that you want to say hi to Uncle Dave, hey, Uncle Dave, whoever,
mhm.
like, let's see, who do we got here? We got Coach Dave.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, Coach
Big hi to
Dave.
Coach Dave and Dan and Donna over at Hard Knocks I tell you what, I did their show on Monday, and I think Wednesday, bam, done. So if you get a chance, please check out Hard Knocks. I did their show on Monday, and it was already produced and edited. I think it was Wednesday.
They're moving fast.
They did a great job.
Okay. Why, and I'm a nurse, so why do nurses always take the red crayons?
Why do nurses take red crayons?
They have to draw a lot of blood.
Oh, wait. What? Oh, see, that was she
I'm trying to control it a
Oh,
little anyway.
okay, it's getting too quiet. Come on, someone
Yeah.
say something. What do ghosts like to drink the most?
I don't know, what do ghosts like to drink? What do ghosts like to drink the most? I'm asking you.
Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Wait a minute. What do we got? Wait a minute.
okay, so we type in another one?
Wait, no. Look at Tyler. My nephew told me that.
The one about
Oh,
the sheep. Yeah.
well,
What's the least spoken language?
what is the least spoken language?
Sign language. Okay, fine.
Okay. All right.
Is that enough?
No, it's never
Have
enough.
we tortured
But
everybody enough?
yeah, right now everyone's like,
Ah.
that was 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Oh, but I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Microwaves, that gets me.
Oh, she was in here crying. She-
Oh, yeah, let me.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? How do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie. Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? It was a nice time. We've been going on about an hour here. We've tortured
Really?
you poor
Wow.
people enough.
Yeah.
And like I said, though, you guys know I love to go live. And while we're in this process of revamping everything, I didn't want to not come on. And I, with everything happening with the format changing and all that, and just having everything kind of put on hold right now as far as the guests, the stories, and testimonials.
Oh.
I don't want what.
Karen just sent one.
Well,
What was it like to fight Medusa? I don't know. I was petrified. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
very good
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, but I want, for those of you who have reached out, because there's been a couple of people who reached out who want to do a story. Manny knows, and then as soon as
Yes.
things get more coordinated.
Yeah, there's so many
We'll have
things,
people
like
on.
I said, that doing this, I mean, I've said all along, I had no idea what I'm doing. When I started this up, I just kind of just winged it. And I would watch other platforms, watch other hosts, and just take a little piece here and there, and always just have my own style. I was never going to be something that I'm not. And, you know, and when I very first started to do this, we did a couple shows,
Mhm.
and we had someone who was actually a producer, director, and actor who was
Helping us out.
getting us, getting me going.
Lovely.
And it just wasn't a good fit because a lot of the stuff that as it was starting to progress, it was me more like acting.
Felt forced.
Yeah, it was
felt
like,
forced. It wasn't
do
authentic.
this or say that or do it this way. And you know what? That's great for if someone who's professionally trained and all that stuff in theater, or that's definitely not me. We never use a script. We just 9 times out of 10, when I hit live, I have no idea what we're going to talk about, unless it's set for a story or something like that, or specific guidelines with Music and Mayhem and different tour dates and different things going on like that. Like tonight, I sit there and it says go live. I hit that button, and once I see live,
He goes.
there's times where I'll be sitting there and I'm waiting for it to go live, and I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And she's just looking at me like, you serious? Yeah. And
Hit the button and find out.
That's what makes, I don't want to say successful, but that's what makes the feedback that I've been getting, that we have all been getting on this, is because it's not forced, it's not scripted. I'm not trying to claim to be something I'm not. This is who I am. That's who OG is. That's who Thing is. It's just and the advice that I got from Dan and Donna and Brad McLeod were just that. And I'll never forget those words. Me and Dan and Donna after the show talked for a little bit, and when it was Karen, never go to bed mad. Stay up and foot. Oh my God,
Phyllis Diller.
God,
Wow.
it was awesome. Back in the day, I remember, when life was so easy when I was a little kid. I remember the things that you had to do, take a bath. Mom was there and, getting you all dried up. You put on your little onesie, your little pajamas with your footies in them. I go running across the floor, sliding all over. And then you go in the living room as a family. Well, and we would sit there and watch shows together. And I remember Phyllis Diller laughing.
Bonanza.
But yeah, just all of these
Walt
shows.
Disney on Sundays.
Just funny stuff. I remember the Dean Martin roast. Just stuff. Yeah, right now, so if there's so the younger people are just going, no, not a clue. But I remember back then, just me. It was me, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and I think my grandma might have been alive at that point. My uncle. There was a few people else that lived with us, but it was so nice just sitting with family and sharing laughs and conversation and talking instead of this. You sit down and talk and doing this, and times change. I get it, but sometimes I'll sit back and I'll look at some of the past as a child, and man, the innocence. It was
Johnny Carson.
With Doc Severinsen. Just the little things like that were just so cool. And the good stories of funny ass shit, and then all of a sudden you start growing up and you start getting responsibilities and all these other things.
That's why you gotta laugh.
Yeah, that's why, like with this, people, they'll sometimes say, Manny, why you're not taking, as I said, you're not taking this seriously. Trust me.
Yes, you are.
Again, with this individual said that. I'll never forget that when he goes, yeah, you don't take this seriously. There's people out there who, have felt this, and this. And I'm like, listen, you little prick. I said, have you ever been woken up in the morning by a doctor telling you you're going to be dead in 6 weeks? So don't fucking tell me
That'll wake you up.
that I
for a
don't
moment.
take this serious.
Mhm.
Just because I'm laughing and making an ass out of myself and making other people laugh doesn't mean for 1 second that I'm not taking this serious. But what it does mean is I'm enjoying every blessing that I've been
Yes.
given. What it does mean is I'm enjoying every blessing that God has given me
Mhm.
to share stories, to share laughs with everybody.
Mhm. Look for the good.
And
Look for
for
the
the
good and
longest
smile.
time in my life, that wasn't me. I
Yeah.
was full of anger. I was pissed off. I wasn't happy. I was using drugs. I was using alcohol. I was not a happy person. So I'll be damned if I'm going to let someone tell me now that I'm not taking something serious because I'm, talking about very important things. Like I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know what comes first.
He loves that one.
I do. But so what, we have our own styles doing this and social media and recovery, and I will never sit there and slam anyone else's group. And there's one thing that I did learn that is a little upsetting though, is the people that are involved in different platforms, whether it's social or recovery or whatever it may be. But what really bothers me is in the recovery platform that we are in. People look at this and may think it's an easy target to heighten their platforms
Mhm.
because they know that we are very giving, we are very caring, we are very loyal, loving, and supportive and motivated to help others.
Because you've been in the bad place.
Yeah. So if someone pops up with a platform or a show or a story, and they start pulling you in, and then all of a sudden it takes a turn in another direction where they might not really be what they seem. Yeah, that pisses me off a little bit. And I had another situation where, and this happens to everybody. You see fake profiles. You see people coming on, and it's not their picture, it's not their
Mhm.
name.
Mhm.
And then you get the situations coming on where you have fake profiles and you actually know who the person is by certain ways, of either the format, pictures, or something like that, that you come to find out who the person is. And I remember when I first started my fight at war, saying a lot of things. It really upset me. And I remember telling OG one time I was going to go on. And I don't hold back. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit.
Not
And I
shy.
was just going to just come right out and call it like it was, how it was, and all that. And she obviously was a little nervous about it. And I'm doing my thing. And I said, and right now I want to bring up something that's very upsetting to me. It's these profiles. And all of a sudden, I just said, to all of you people who are doing this, there's like one thing I would have to say to you. And I was all ready to just let it loose. And all of a sudden,
I'm holding my breath.
all of a sudden, I said, the only thing I have to say to you is, welcome to My Fight Our War. We are here to support you, love you, motivate you unconditionally. Then who am I to judge you? Why are you making fake profiles? Why are you doing this and why doing that? Kind of,
It says more about them.
And the thing is, I started thinking about it, and this was all literally one sentence before I was about to just do it. It just stopped, and that was a man above. And I swear, I know that I felt it because again, who am I to judge these people? Why are they doing this? Why are they making fake profiles? Because they weren't doing anything belligerent or mean or
They're just
spiteful towards anyone.
Hiding for some
It
reason.
was just very like deceiving stuff, but it wasn't anything, no bullying or anything like that, or else it would have been dealt with accordingly. But it was like, who am I to judge them? So there's a reason for it. So instead of chastising them and cutting them off and deleting them and all that, unless it crosses the line to hurting other family members, welcome.
Mhm,
because we're here to help.
mhm.
I've seen way too many other platforms since I've been doing this now where you see posts, being put up that are just negative
Yeah.
about either other people, about other platforms. And it's like, are you serious? First of all, if that's a personal beef or something like that, don't put it on social media. Don't push, do it on, don't hide behind a keyboard, man. Do it in person. Be a man, be an adult, do it. Don't throw your garbage and dirty laundry out there for the world to see if it's a personal issue. I mean, come on now. And especially if you're on a platform that's supposedly here to help support and motivate and uplift people, and now you're posting stuff that's negative as shit.
Mm,
I mean,
no,
and
that's not us.
yeah, because and the thing is, I've had people call me out because of saying stuff like that. And I'm like, do you recall when I said I'm not going to sugarcoat anything? And it's just like, if you're here, and there's nothing wrong, if you want to come out and build a platform to become popular and or whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
That's why social media is here. That's why you can put on these headsets, talking to this, looking to that, and give it your all to be popular in whatever way you decide, because it's your show, it's your podcast. I got no problem with that. My issue is when you're sitting on a platform so delicate and sensitive as
Yes.
recovery, and you play on people's emotions and then start twisting personal issues into that. It doesn't belong in a social in media on a recovery platform. That's all I'm saying. And for those of you who agree with me, great. But for those of you who don't, okay,
Okay.
that's fine. I mean, hell, we're not going to get along and agree on everything. And just like I told OG one time, and she loved it. I said during an interview one time, I said, I love controversy because controversy brings about conversation
It's wonderful.
and opinions and thoughts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And at the end, you may not still like that person. You may not agree with that person, but there might be something there that was hit on. There was like, you know what? I still think you're an asshole. But
there's
I
a
have
nugget
to
of
agree
truth.
on something that was there. So maybe we do have there's something there that we can work on.
Mhm.
And that's it, and, as I've seen people talk about haters and all that, I was told from the start, because
Yeah,
things were
what do you-
going very, very good. And I remember Brad McLeod and Dan and Don saying, this is fine, Manny. Things are nice right now. You're the new guy and everyone likes an underdog and support and all that. But once depending how this little journey goes, some people
Might get jealous, a little
the thing is,
envious.
with this here, I'm damn proud of the platform that we all built as My
Mhm.
Fight or War. I'm very proud of every single person that's part of this because I didn't do it. We did. I made the name and all that stuff, but we are My Fight or War.
Mhm.
And that's the best part of this. And the thing is, I get to enjoy talking about my family wherever I go.
Mhm.
And because of you guys, I am being put into positions that I never ever could have dreamed of.
And he does talk about you. Just all good sense, all good
Constantly.
ones.
If you look back at any shows that I've been on, I'm always talking about
Family. Mhm.
we, us, and stuff like that. So thank you. And as I said, the journey that is about to take place is so unbelievable.
Let's go for a ride.
It's going to be a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And we're going to be part of it. And I really look forward to sharing it with you guys. And
Stay tuned.
I just did
What?
to say Phyllis. What? Karen.
Oh, she was saying about how Phyllis Diller, because she wanted to say Phyllis.
Okay. Well, listen, you guys have a great night. And I'm sure we're going to, and for us local people here in the D, our boys, they lost today, but they're
Tigers.
playing Cleveland, Detroit Tigers. So we got to send some positive thoughts to our Detroit Tigers after what they've gone through. So good luck to the next game. And to tell them, man, you guys have a great night. And thank you so much for your support. Again, Mary Jane, thank you for your donation. Karen and Phyllis, thank you. And everyone else, just for popping on here, sharing some silly jokes, sharing.
And go to
some
YouTube.
laughs.
Go to YouTube
Go-
and
oh,
subscribe.
Please, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
He
and
doesn't ask for
subscribe.
much, but he's asking for that.
Yeah, please subscribe to Manny Vitale, My Fight Our War. And
Thank you.
Again, there's going to be a lot of changes that you're going to be seeing on social media. Thank you to Matt Cronin. And I really hope you guys like it. I appreciate any of your input, opinions, thoughts, concerns, comments.
Even if it's controversial, because that causes conversation.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean we hate each other.
We
I
just
mean,
love
it
each
just
other.
means we don't agree. You know,
Yeah.
It's okay to not agree.
Uh-huh.
So again, you got anything, OG?
Just have a beautiful, beautiful night. And look out, if you're in Michigan or if you're northern, I don't know what northern states, but take a look and see the northern lights tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful. You guys have a great night, and I'm pretty sure that you'll see us.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Have a great night, and love you guys. Keep fighting the good fight.